Hello, friends. Welcome back to the podcast. So I was kind of thinking, and I was like, I feel like I go through two things actually. Three things. One, I'm on my period, so I feel like my brain's a little bit everywhere. Hence, I just went from two to three. Two, I feel like I go through a phase. I go through different phases with the podcast, which is honestly beautiful in my opinion because it keeps things authentic for you guys. And I feel like I'm just in one of these phases right now where I want to just do a few like quick episodes because I have something important to say, and like it doesn't need to be 40 minutes. I don't have 40 minutes worth of something to say, but I just want to give you guys this thing on my podcast. I'm also well aware that like Instagram captions are great, but at the same time, we as humans, we want it straight away in our face. And many of you probably don't read a whole caption. I don't know. But I'm also going to make sure that I am including like things that I'm doing little captions about on my Instagram that I feel like are really important. I'm going to do a little episode on them from now on when I feel like I need to, because I have important things to say. And I know that the podcast is a really good way to get this into your ears, but I also know it's just accessible and easy for you guys to listen to. So any feedback on that or any other ideas of episodes that you would like, obviously, please send them to my Instagram, Monica Yates Health. You can send them to the podcast one as well, but if you send them to me, it'll go directly to me. Okay, so today I want to give you guys just a little quick episode about, did I just do only two things? I said I was going to do three. I think the third thing was just like, I'm going to give you guys a quick episode on just like an abundance riff. This can be an episode that you can refer to whenever you need it, when you feel like you just need a little reminder of the powerful things for you to be doing and feeling and being in the vibe of for your manifestations and for your abundance mindset. And on this note, though, if you don't already know, I have some amazing abundance, like manifestation, high vibe tracks that you can get from my website. Like, there's some of them that are more like a meditation vibe, but there are quite a few that I've recorded that are really just like pep talks. They're high vibe. They're going to get you in the mood. And I like them because sometimes, like, especially if I'm feeling a bit tired and just a bit blur, a meditation is going to make me feel more tired. I need something to like pump me the fuck up and to give me some vibes to like bang out some work for the next 2 hours. So if you haven't already downloaded them, definitely make sure you do. I will put the links below to the ones that I recommend getting based on the topic of this episode. We'll put the direct links below. Okay, let's jump in. Let's give you guys a little bit of a riff on abundance and manifestation. I have not written down any notes, so whatever comes through is just going to be perfect. And who knows, maybe I'll do another episode on this for you guys to have like another little abundance riff. Okay, I want you guys to remember that money is energy. So money is neutral. You are the one that is assigning the energy to it. Are you feeling scarce? Are you feeling scarce towards money? Are you feeling there's not enough money? Are you feeling like money is stressful? If you have a lot of stress around money in your life and you're assigning that to money, then you're going to make money a stressful thing. If you make money something that is constantly abandoning you, or you're afraid of having too much money, or you think that money does bad things to people, that money is bad, you're going to assign that to money, and therefore more of it is not going to come in. If you make money something hard to come by, it's going to be hard to come by because you assign the energy to that thing. So I want to remind you guys that we live in an abundant world. There is an infinite amount of money. Even when we're going into a quote unquote recession, which I'm like, I'm not seeing this in my life, so I'm not really abiding by it. You are the one that is choosing whether or not to believe in whether money is abundant or scarce, because the reality is that money is just the physical form of a sort of abundance, right? There can be an abundance of food, an abundance of water, an abundance of love, an abundance of dogs. And right now we're talking of there being an abundance of money, of cash. And all that is we use money to exchange value. So you pay money to get the value of another thing back. So if you hire me or you buy one of my courses, the exchange is you pay me money for my value and for my offering and for my course. That's all it is. It is literally just an energy exchange. So when you think that you're giving money and it disappears, no, you're getting something in return. Unless you are literally just throwing money in the actual physical bin, you are getting money in return. If you are paying for something, you are just using that money as literally just a value exchange of like, I'm going to swap this for this. That's all it is. It's kind of like a fucking game. It's literally like a game that you'd play when you were a kid. Of just like, I'm going to swap this for this. That's literally all money is. And so if you are feeling like money is scarce all the time, or you are not understanding that abundance, so the actual energy of abundance is infinite. If you are thinking of just money, money, money in this scarce, limiting, there is a ceiling to it kind of form, then you're going to have this feeling like you will run out of money, or that money isn't infinite. But when you understand that money is just the energetic, money is just the physical, like cash version of the energetic energy of abundance, right? The energetic thing of abundance. You understand that it is infinite. And so it is never running out. It is constantly circulating, and we can constantly be tapping in to more abundance. So when you are wanting to, if you right now, like you are, I know you are, you're wanting to go into that next level version of yourself, right? You are wanting to manifest that next version of your life. You're wanting to quantum leap to grow X, Y, and Z. Love it. Great. Here for it. Supporting you, sending you all the fucking energy right now. I truly am. I want you to remember that the money that you're after, the abundance that you're after, the opportunities that you're after, they are right there in front of you. Try and enjoy the journey to get there. Trust that you will get there, and do not think that there is a limited amount of opportunities, money, resources, time, X, Y, and Z. Okay, in a day is a limited amount of time, but the rest there is not. So you are wanting to tap into the infinite forms. And so when we think about even infinite forms, it's like there is an infinite amount of creativity within you. For example, you will always come up with new ideas. There will always be new ways of doing something, new ideas to bring to your business, new ideas to bring to your boss, whatever it is always going to be something next that you can jump to. And if you don't believe that, you're limiting yourself. Even if you're like, no, there's literally a cap on how far I can grow in the company that I'm working for, Monica. Okay, great. Well, you're limiting yourself to your company. To the company, sorry, you're limiting yourself to the company that you're working for. There is not a limit for how far you can grow and how far you can go. So why don't you start making a list of just random things that pop up during the day, of random things that you would like to be able to do in your life. Like even today, I had a random idea. I was sitting down at the dining table doing house things, and I had a random idea of I need to start making a better list. I do actually have a list, but I want to put it into like Asana so that my team can start to like see it, and we can like throw ideas in there and throw processes and systems or whatever when they come to us. So it's not just like my little thing. If I have a list of ideas of things I want to do in the future. It's not a now thing. It's a future thing. So on that list, I know that you guys want a non-toxic perfume. It's on the fucking list. It's been there for 2 years. I know that you guys want a lingerie line. That's been there on the fucking list since last year. I know there are things that I actually want to be bringing into my business. And whilst I cannot implement them right now, I'm not forgetting them. They are there, and I know I want to do them. And that's a reminder, right, of like this business is going, for me, this business is going to keep growing. It isn't going to stop. So stop believing that your life, in your love life, in your friendships, in your family, in your business, in your career, in your health. Stop thinking that it's just going to stop. There's a limit, because the only limit is the limit that you place in your mind. So every day, what can you be doing right now? What can you be doing that is allowing you to step into the energy of the future version of yourself, right? That future version of yourself, how is she holding herself, or how is he holding himself? How does she or he feel about money? How does she or he spend? Think about that version of yourself. And it doesn't mean that you start to become stupid with the way in which you live your life, and you're not logical about also like what you need to do right now. That's not what I'm saying. It's about thinking about these little energetic shifts that are going to help you to start to really feel like that next level version of yourself, so you can start doing it. Like even if we were to think about logics, what logistical things need to come into your life so that you can have the time to actually start to implement and put energy and resources and time and attention and action towards that next level version of yourself. Like, let's go back to me wanting to make a lingerie line. What would I need to actually even start that? Because right now, what I have in my life isn't going to do it. So I need to hire, and hence we are, a personal assistant, right? So I have 2 assistants. We would need to hire like another person to do X, or we would hire like for my book, we'll hire, a PR firm. We will hire X, Y, and Z. The reason why we'll do that is because I literally don't have the time. And in order for me to be, let's say, for example, a best-selling author, I know we're jumping around right now with my ideas. Let's say I want to be a best-selling author, which obviously I do. I don't have the time to do everything that it takes to be that by myself whilst running a business. And if I want to be that, I need to be in the energy of having that. Well, if I already had that, there'd be no way I'm doing my own fucking PR. So you pass that on to a PR strategy, a PR firm. But then I would think about, what do I want? How do I want to be involved in that PR process? And let me make sure that is implemented now, so that we don't come across problems later in the future. Like, I'm not going to just pass off all the power to them. Like, do I want to be involved in some way, shape, or form, thinking about that? Right. So then if I'm like, okay, so all these things are going to be happening when I'm a best-selling author. I'm going to have a PR firm. I'm going to be doing this. We're going to have this many podcasts going out a week. What are all the things that I need to actually have in my life right now so that I can start to assign my own time and energy and resources to doing that? Like, for example, I need a fucking another personal assistant again, because I need more time to be able to finish writing my book, as an example. Or I need more time to be able to do more Instagram lives, for example, to answer more of your questions and to be able to engage with more of you, so that more of you can trust me and know that I'm going to help you, so the more of you buy my programs, so that I'm having more of a change over the world, so that more people find out about me, so more people can then have their lives changed. So when we're thinking about that big goal that you want to create, what little things do you need to be doing right now? I feel like this has gone from like an abundance riff to like something else, but what is flowing with it? What is flowing with an inspired message that some of you or all of you need right now? Let me get a sip of my tea. Okay, so another little thing, let's come back to the money. Let's come back to abundance and manifestation. I know something that we really struggle with is letting go of our manifestations. You need to let go of your manifestations in order for them to happen. Whether it's a manifestation of, meeting your soulmate, or whether it's and having an amazing partnership, whether it's a manifestation of your dream job, a new client, or a certain amount of money, you need to let it go. You have to try and trust the process and enjoy the journey, because I guarantee you that you are going to get to where you want to be faster than you think. And you will turn around and be like, damn, I didn't fucking enjoy it enough. It's true. It's happened to me. It's happened to a million other people that don't enjoy the journey as much. They don't enjoy the journey enough. And then they turn around, they wish they actually enjoyed it more. So a little thing to do is, like, right now, soak in what's around you right now. Soak in what you are doing in your life, even if what you're doing is you're on a stinky ass fucking train on your way home from work and you're like, I hate this and I don't want to do this anymore. Soak it in, because one day when your business is turning out a lot of money and you're having amazing results for people and you're helping people with their, their clothes or their jewelry or their styling or their events or whatever it is that you're doing. You don't need to just help people with like their mental health, right? Let's just like, also, I want to make that clear. You can be helping people literally with their fashion sense. Like, that's actually needed. Not to be mean. Some people really do. Like, I really need it with my house. Like, I cannot design my own interiors. I just fucking suck at it and it doesn't look good. Like, that's fine. So one day you're going to be having this insane business, right? Or you're going to be having your dream career, let's say, and you are going to look back and be like, damn, I kind of wish I enjoyed that grungy ride on the way home when I was so fucking tired and had barely any money in the bank. You're kind of gonna miss it. You really are, because it's like, when you don't enjoy that moment, you don't get to actually see the beauty in it, because there is like something really fucking beautiful about it. It's because it's authentic and it's raw and it's where you are in your story. And I was saying this, I said this to somebody last night, somebody very important in my life. And I want to kind of give this to you guys of, how do I say this to you guys without like giving you what I actually said? I just want you to remember that even if you think that you should do something a certain way because it's like you only get to do it once, or because it's the right thing to do, or because like you just should. If it's not authentic to where you are in your story and in your life, or where you both are in your story and in your life, if it's something in your partnership, then it's not going to feel right. Like, I would rather things in my life to always be authentic and to change, and us to not fit the status quo, but for it to be part of our story and for it to feel really, really fucking good, because you get to make your own story and make your own life. Like, fuck what you're meant to do. Fuck what the tradition is meant to be. Fuck how what other people will think about it. I love authenticity. I love it not being the quote unquote way to do it, but it being our way and it feeling just true and real to us and it having a story, right? Where in 10 years' time, you can look back and be like, that was our fucking story. And, to some people, it's a what the fuck, but we look back and we're like, damn, that was such a great time in our lives. Or you look back on your own life and you're like, damn, that was such a great time in your life. Like, I even look back to when I was like solo traveling, for example, when my business was taking off and I was solo traveling and, I thought that making $20,000 a month was just, oh my God, the greatest thing in the world. And it is, like it fucking is. But obviously now I make, six figures a month. And so like 20K doesn't seem like a big deal to me anymore. But I often, that's why I'm saying this to you. I often look back and I always go back to Ibiza for some reason. I had the best time there. And I was alone, traveling alone. I had a Mini Cooper and I was just driving around the island, going to different beaches, blaring music, listening to podcasts, just manifesting. I'd go home, I'd do my clients at night. Like it was just fucking great. And I look back and I'm like, God, I actually wish I could just replay that one more time. No, everyone wishes this, knowing what was around the corner for me because I had no idea. And I want to feel that way that I felt again because it's just one of those, it's almost like this surreal thing of like, life moves so quickly. Like you have the ability to quantum leap and grow your life so quickly. And you're probably thinking things that are moving at fucking snail pace, but you actually have the ability to grow things very, very quickly when you are a powerful manifester, when you are prioritizing your being, your frequency, your emotional state, you've cleared your trauma. If you've done all of those things, there's nothing blocking you. And if there's nothing blocking you, then you are going to manifest things very, very quickly. I manifest things very, very quickly. I'm sure many of you have figured this out by now. Very, very quickly. And as a result of that and me learning that and knowing that about myself, I have learned to make it a priority to sit and enjoy where I am right now. Like sit and enjoy the fucking boxes in my office. Sit and enjoy the fucking fact that this sofa needs to get out of my office because I swear to God, there's like some mildew in there and I'm not okay with it. So I've said to my boyfriend, like, this needs to be removed. And like, I kind of want to then just sit in I kind of want to just soak this in of like, that's going to be gone. And soon I'm going to have this perfect office. And I'm kind of going to miss like that weird enjoyment phase where like on a Sunday afternoon, my boyfriend and I are just like going to the Container Store because that's like really fun to us. And we're tired because we're jet lagged from being in Paris for a week visiting my mum. Do you know what? Because one day, that's not going to be a thing. Like one day, and you guys might want to refer back to this podcast when it happens. Someone actually referred back to one of my Queen Alchemy modules where I said that I was going to be like, lying on like sitting on a veranda in Greece, and then like a year and a bit later, I was. But what was I going to say? One day we're not going to be tired from jet lag and like going to the Container Store because we're going to have this like perfect house where an assistant does it for us, where we're flying private so we don't have to deal with jet lag because we're flying at the perfect time for us and whatever it is. And we're going to kind of miss those just human moments. They're human moments and they make up our life. Like if you're constantly thinking about next, and you're not soaking in the now, you're not soaking in the abundance that already exists in your life. So how can you attract in more? Soak in the abundance that is already in your life right now. The love, the opportunities, the money in your bank account. Soak that in right now because that will help you to remember how powerful you are and that everything that you want will come to you if you can make sure that nothing is blocking you right now. So that means focus on the things that make you feel good right now so that you can be manifesting those future things that you want in your life. Because I guarantee you that they will come to you if you are putting yourself, your energy, your alignment, your emotional, mental, and physical state and health first. I really, really can guarantee that. I've seen it for myself. I've seen it for my clients. And so, of course, it's going to happen to you. Like, you are no different from them. Stop thinking right now that, like, yes, I'm sure life is fucking hard right now and it fucking sucks. And you're allowed to feel that as a human. And can you kind of enjoy this season that you're in? Can you enjoy this season? Because if you can enjoy this season, then you can surrender to the journey. And surrendering to the journey is a knowing that you will get to the destination. I'm going to repeat that again. Surrendering to the journey requires a knowing that you will get to the destination, right? Just like you chill out on the plane knowing you're going to land in Paris, like you've booked a fucking flight to Paris, you're going to fucking Paris, like where else would you be going? On the plane, you surrender knowing you're going to arrive in Paris. Can you do the exact same thing? Write down the fucking destination. Can you know that it's going to happen? And if you knew what's going to happen, right? Like you've written it down. Like imagine that you've bought a fucking ticket, you've written it down, it's absolutely happening. What would you do on your way to get there? What would you do on the flight to Paris, right? Swap that. What would you do on your way to get X, Y, Z? What would you do on your way to get there if you knew that you were going to obviously get to the destination? Because duh, you want it, you're going to go there. You've booked your ticket to the destination, you're going to get there. So what do you need to do on the journey, and how can you enjoy this journey right now? I'm going to leave it there. I hope that you guys loved the episode, and I'll see you in the next one.